So to some extent, I have to relearn these rules because Exalted is effing complex. There will be mess ups. Some of them will be mine. Some of them will be yours. Eventually, we'll settle. I also reserve the right to change the rules when I decide something is stupidly balanced. If anybody has a question, feel free to ask. And also, most of you have some unique mechanic that only you get to deal with. So feel free to text message me and then poke me about it in some other way. The first session or two is literally just going to be, here's the basic mechanics and getting to know your characters. In addition to actual story stuff that I've had planned out for months.
Cool.
Unless things go super efficient, we will probably not get to the combat demo this week. And that is okay.
That is entirely okay.
Because,
Riot!
Pick somebody up. Hey! Riot!
Table flip.
But yeah, and also a chance to get to know your non-combat mechanics, your own character, each other's characters, etc. Words. There was another thing, but I don't remember it. So, would everybody please give their character's name? Not all of you know each other yet, so just so everybody knows what to call each other to start.
Well, my character's name is Ayaska Otuto,
Or come later.
I'll say, or for short, just Aya.
Okay.
I am Tomo Daichi, Tomo for short.
And I am Yuki Hongo. You may call me whatever you please, as long as it is respectful.
Oh wait, I forgot. Are you female?
No.
Okay, never mind.
There are two different Yukis. It's just that.
Sorry, I'm trying to remember because between the two teams we have two female characters and every player is male. So
Eric's female in this group.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
I was like, wait a second, you're bald. Is that no?
My name has no less than 3 A's in it, therefore I am female.
That's some anime logic right there.
It was a coincidence, but I was like, yeah, I still like the name, so we'll keep it.
Okay. So, you guys are kind of in two groups as this starts. Does everybody at least vaguely remember the world history except for Izzy?
Yes.
There's a world history?
Yes.
I made a point to run down the timeline with everybody with the relevant information to make sure everybody was cool with it.
Except for me.
No. I ran through it with you, Izzy. It was like 6 months ago.
I don't remember it.
Has it changed much since you went over that?
Not significantly.
Okay, I still have the recording of that, so I mean I could listen to it again another time. There was a lot in that, so
yeah. So at that point in time, that was more like locking in world details and making sure nobody had an objection to the tweaks I had made to their submissions. But yeah, the last great war that ripped this land apart was between the lands of steel and the land of blood and iron. The other great powers of the world are the Storm Village, who just wants to be left alone and do not like outsiders, and the land of grit, who I didn't start music, and the land of grit, who have massive amounts of land and basically formed when they were fed up with just being a battleground for other great powers. You guys are near the southern border of the land of grit. If you are looking at the map, there's one big canal along that one island. You guys are kind of near the southern tip of that.
Okay, so you said so where exactly? I have the map up now.
I haven't actually decided on the exact position yet because there were a few good candidates.
Okay.
But you
Are we part of
guys
the mainland or
are.
the island?
What's up?
Are we part of the mainland or part of that big island chunk of the land of grid?
You're near the. You're on the big island.
Okay.
You're near the little horn on the left bottom.
Oh, okay. In the middle of the map, basically.
Mhm.
Sure.
Okay.
You know, the part that's jutting out right into the middle of the Cold War.
Yes. So, two of you are residents of this town for various reasons, and you know each other quite well at this point. One of you is coming via boat in order to have a conversation with that other group.
Indeed.
Who would like to go first of the two groups?
I don't care.
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
Well, I will start with a question because I don't know the answer. Eric, Aya,
Yes.
have you told? It's gonna take me a few minutes to remember everybody's names and launch
Tomodachi.
them into my head. Have you told Tomodachi you're expecting company?
Yeah, probably. I'd say something like, we're looking for some work. Should have something lined up. We'll see.
Oh, that sounds great.
Now, I believe I talked with you, Izzy, about and you, Eric, about the relationship you two kind of have.
Yeah, we.
Okay, you
we
both kind of know what's
fleshed it out
going
a
on.
little- We fleshed it out a little bit more in detail.
Okay, cool.
Last week.
Cool. You guys kind of have a modest house near the edge of town.
Ooh.
Not necessarily in the center of things. Like, you got set up okay.
Are we renting this, or is this your house?
No, it's not my house. So we're just, I guess, renting.
So Eric, you don't actually have to pay rent on this place. You know why? Do you collect rent anyway?
I do.
Okay.
No, I'm just confused. I don't know. You said you know why, and I'm like, no, I don't know why.
Well, remember how you got set up here? I talked with you a little bit about it before today.
Okay, I think... Sure.
Here, why don't I just...
And when you're saying collecting rent, you mean from Tomodachi?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'd charge him rent.
Cool.
You know I don't have any money. I'm probably just helping out with...
It's fine. It's fine. We'll put it on your tab.
Oh, that's really nice of you. Thanks.
I already
Anytime,
sensed that
friend.
I already sense that Aya is going to be a good friend.
She's the best.
Yes.
So anyway, so you said we're meeting up with
So in theory, he is coming to. In theory, this representative is coming to you. You have not been told a name or a description of the person that is supposed to come.
Okay.
You just know that somebody is going to come and make contact with you, and that they have asked certain things of you, which again I think I detailed a little bit before tonight. But nothing incredibly specific, which is suspicious.
Fair enough, but I'm open for anything. This has been a couple of life-changing months for me, so
It's true.
I got to get out there and do shit.
Okay. If you don't mind, what are both Eric and Izzy? Please give me what kind of daily routines you go to relatively quickly, just so we can establish what you guys are doing today. It builds character.
Let's see. I'm probably gonna follow Aya the house, pick up some vegetables, or help out in any way. I'd be more than happy to do that.
Okay.
So you said this is like a small village?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think aside from most of the chores I would leave to Tomodachi. I mean, he's so good at them, and by good I mean not very good, but he does okay, and it means I don't have to do them.
I'm good at doing chores. Anything to help a friend.
You're getting better. It's fine. It's fine.
I promise I'll get better.
But otherwise, Aya probably spends time socializing. Like she would go around and just talk to people, figure out just what's in the rumor mill.
All right.
She probably wouldn't turn down a chance to pickpocket or swipe something if the opportunity presents itself. But she's keeping a low profile. You don't make too much noise around where you live.
Yeah, that's fair. If you would like to do that, you can, of course, roll Dex plus larceny.
Sure.
First roll of the game. Yay.
I like rolls. The only thing is, she would use Observer Awareness Method, which lets me spend 1 mote to tell if I'm being watched.
Okay, so you basically wouldn't go if you're being wouldn't go for it if you're being watched.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Otherwise, let's see. You said Dex plus Larceny? Sure, we will. And I have a specialty in that, so that's 9 dice.
Very nice.
So 3 successes.
That seems weird. You only rolled 1s and 0s.
I rolled every D10 separately.
Yeah.
So just count up the 1s, and if there's any green boxes, it counts as another success because it's a 10.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure how Roll20 was doing this. So.
Well, I mean, this is how I set up my macro specifically.
Okay, so... Oh, so Roll2 is the explosion? No, wait.
No. I was... Oh, wait, did I? I only rolled 8
Also,
dice anyway.
This is not World of Darkness. They don't explode, and they're just 2 successes.
So 2
Yeah.
successes and 1.
I was bad at adding up to 9 dice. But yes, so 3 successes on 9 dice.
Okay, you can grab a nice necklace, a few spare coins, and some letter that nobody that may or may not ever get sent now.
That's unfortunate. But I'll definitely read it at some point. Whether it's important for us to know right now or not doesn't matter.
Fair enough.
But that's what I do.
All right, so you're being a woman about town and making your presence known, more or less, and unknown in equal measure. So Taco.
Indeed.
Your boat is a little slower than anticipated. You're going to show up at around 2 in the afternoon. You expected to show up at noon.
Do I have directions to where I am supposed to meet with my
You
contact?
have a location and you have an address. You don't have directions.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I
you're
think
probably already a little cranky because you're off schedule.
Yep. Sounds accurate.
Yeah.
I will head straight there, since don't want to necessarily lose any time, any extra time.
All
We have
right.
a tight schedule to keep.
So I imagine a unfamiliar boat comes in to the village that nobody has ever seen before. It gets a lot of looks. The boat's pretty basic, all things considered. And as you get near the docks, I'm imagining your character just kind of jumps off onto the dock before your crew has even managed to kind of rope it up just kind of tosses some coins at somebody who's clearly in charge, along with a piece of paper that is already filled out with all the stuff you would need to be able to dock here for.
Oh, of course.
Just offhandedly tossed and walk past without saying a thing.
They're not worth talking to. Just no.
Clearly.
No, they're not.
Nice.
All right.
Papers, please.
So, it's about 2 PM. Taco, I believe the onus is currently on you to try and figure out where you're going. How would you like to do that?
I have an address. I don't have anything else. Okay, around the town, does it seem like it's a little obvious where like the town center would be as far as like town hall or whatever?
Assuming there's a town hall is generous, but yeah, there is one.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily saying a town hall, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Town center.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think I'm probably going to head there.
Okay.
And from in there, I think I'm going to use the confluence of thought to get an instantaneous understanding of what the structure of everything is going on in the governmental setting is.
Okay.
So it doesn't necessarily let me know where secret things are, but this is the person I need to talk to find out this stuff.
Okay.
That sort of things.
So you basically just walk in, breeze past somebody. Nobody's really in your way because you are. What are you dressed in right now?
I am dressed in probably classic Land of Blood and Iron like priest garb. Very specifically the sort of thing that we would be like missionaries. We would go out and we would negotiate with people, and we would negotiate with the spirits in order to make sure that they don't be a problem for the local inhabitants.
Okay. Is it like identifiably a blood and iron type thing?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Because nobody's really going to get in your way then.
Yeah.
So you use that charm. Does that auto succeed, or is there a roll in?
I don't see a role associated with it. It's just may instantaneously understand.
Okay, it's just instantaneously understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
It lets me know that secrets are available, but not necessarily what they are or where they are.
Okay. There's not that much going on in the politics of this town. The leader is mostly ceremonial. It seems like there's a few people with legitimate but shady-looking books, and the owner of the address you were given is unlisted, but you also kind of know why that is.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It is also like near the edge of town, but not quite on the outset, in a quiet area that is well away from all the routes of travel. You'd have to walk for a few minutes to get to anything from there. You can also kind of figure out where that is from your current location.
Okay. So the way I'm envisioning this is after figuring out exactly who I need to talk to, I would just immediately walk up to them and go, "Good evening, sir. Good afternoon, sir. I am looking for a very specific address. A friend of mine that I'm supposed to help ward off spirits with is meeting at a specific location, and I was hoping that you might help me with that."
Huh. Okay.
And then whether he helps me locate the address or not. From there.
That would be a charisma roll plus presence.
Charisma plus
plus any relevant specialties you have. I'd have to look at them.
You take a penalty if you don't have stats in an ability, correct? You take a penalty if you don't have stats and ability, right?
Depends on the ability, but most of the time, yes.
I think for Exalt you don't have a penalty for having 0 dots.
Oh.
Unless you want there to be. Either way.
No, you know what? We'll stick with that. Shinobi are just better.
That's 3 successes?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, yes. Alright, oh, sorry, I should... I do not have the book open to my generic human reference, which is always something you need in RPGs. We're all learning here.
Yes.
You're probably going to be fine. I just want to make sure.
Kaboosh. 26. Holy crap.
I mean, it's
Never
that's
mind.
non-macro.
Do you want the script so you know how to roll it? And it doesn't add it up?
Effort.
It's like...
Effort.
isn't it? It's just square
Effort.
Effort. Yeah, that's what
Does that involve some sort of effort?
I'll just post it in Discord. Less effort on your part, Taco.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm just busting people's balls out on that one.
Of course they don't list the default MDV.
What goes into it?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
It's willpower plus integrity plus essence divided by 2.
Ah, okay.
Round up.
Do mortals have any essence?
Everybody has Essence 1.
Oh, okay, so essence 1.
Yeah, the main thing is that their willpower is probably way lower.
Yeah. Alright, so... I was just getting used to the rolling.
Yeah, I'm just getting used to that.
It's all good. It's weird.
Yep.
I have physical dice for mine.
Totally legit.
Yeah. Also, I'm used to doing that for this game, so... Okay, so, you said you got 3 successes?
Yes.
Okay. This person is convinced. It's like, I think that's Aya's place. Yeah, I didn't know she was she was having any kind of problems with spirits at home, but I will help you find there right away, sir. What is the correct title? What do you want the title to be? This is your nation. That's kind of a type thing. By the way, being a priest or not an Exalted actually does have mechanical things. You can do one if you want.
No.
Yeah. You specifically
probably no. No.
Not Ghostbuster.
Probably. I want to go with let's just go with brain. Why is it not working?
We can figure it out later, but he calls you by the title.
Yeah. I would just as soon say something like whatever. Later.
Yeah.
Brain's getting.
All right, and you got somebody who's very respectful and thinks you are a holy man, and is escorting you as such, and probably on the way is occasionally bringing up things of supernatural import, or at least he thinks they are. Like,
Of
I heard a
course.
scream in the woods the other day. Should I be worried about that, sir? Or that, like a high-pitched, strange high-pitched noise I could throw out the window.
Should I roll to see if that sounds familiar? Or something?
If you want to, you can do.
Whether I determine
it would
that it's
be in
worth,
plus lore.
Okay, in plus lore, just so I know.
Yeah, lore is int, occult is like arcana. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. 3. Okay. 3 successes.
Oh, shit.
4. You have to mouse over it and see that there's a 10. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
there's a
10s are 2.
4.
So if it's
So
green,
does it sound? So how? Yeah, what does it sound like as far as that?
Huh?
Like, does it sound like it's a legitimate thing that I would be under my purview or no? Or does it just sound like, oh, it's just probably some kids in the woods?
I mean, it So there are several supernatural phenomenon that could be. It's also with that level of successes, it's also like deer mating season.
Okay.
So it's much more likely that. And he'll like mention little things that you can probably figure out natural explanations for.
Okay.
Yeah. So like he's just kind of he is super superstitious. He's like the kooky guy with the ghost stories in the town, and he's just asking you for validation on some of these things because he has no idea.
That okay.
Yeah.
I will treat him as his suspicions are valid.
Okay.
Valid to him.
Okay.
I need to ingratiate myself to the town.
just maintain a layer of a palm. All right. Both Aya and Taco, please give me a perception plus what is the skill? Perception plus awareness, please.
Okay.
This is just to see if you happen to. This is to see if you happen to run into each other on the way. It is not likely.
Boop, boop, boop. Just 2.
Just do.
Yeah, you guys just kind of miss each other, especially because at one point you are probably going to reach out and steal something, Eric, and then you sense eyes on you and you just kind of slink into the shadows. Especially given that there's Charmuse on one side and not on the other. Okay, in that case, here is the residence which you speak, Eminence. Do you require any other assistance with your holy duties?
No, I do not. Thank you very much for everything that you have provided to me.
I'm glad to be of service. He will just bow very deeply and start walking backwards.
I will bow as well. Less deeply than him, but still bow.
Of course. Yes. He's probably the type of person that'll probably try and figure out heck you do. But anyway.
I will turn to the residence and go to the door and knock.
Okay. Izzy, you hear a knock on the door.
Oh boy! I'm gonna stand up and go. Are probably still covered in dust from sweeping. And open the door. Look and see a new person, smile widely, and say, "Hello, friend," with a wave. I'm Tomodachi. Nice to meet you.
I see that he is still covered.
Yeah. Would you please now describe yourselves physically to each other before we continue? And then go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Taco is a man, which means I have kind of an off-putting appearance. I have white hair. There is no color in my eyes outside of my black pupils. I'm somewhat pale, and I'm wearing what you can only really describe as, like, farmer's clothes. And, you know, like, well taken care of clothes, but still rather dusty. I have a day's work shows.
Okay. I am bald, as you can see. I'm wearing very regal, what looks like regal-looking clothes. What they are like priestly garb, but from the land of blood and iron. The intent is to exude the appearance of wealth, even amongst their negotiators. So it's very obvious that I'm not from around here.
That's probably not obvious to me.
Fair enough. It might not be obvious that I have a look of disgust on my face just looking at you covered in dirt like that. Dust and dirt.
Probably not. So yeah, as I said, as I open the door, we see each other. Hello, friend. Wave. I'm Tomodachi. Nice to meet you.
Is Ototo here?
Who?
I see. You must be. I see. You must be the help.
Wait. Do you mean friend Aya?
Yes. Let's go with that.
Oh, she went out to the village. She'll be back in a little bit. Come on in. You want to play a game of checkers?
No, thank you. Do you have any tea?
Oh, sure. I actually just pulled out some roots with tea. Come on in.
Thanks. I very nervously step into the abode.
Okay.
Very wary of this dirty peasant. There's no other way to say it.
As a question, Eric.
Yeah.
On an in-character level, what time do you generally get home from your various activities? On an out-of-character level, how long do you want to watch Izzy talk to Taco before you come back home? Alternatively, Izzy might try and take him to you, but that'll come out.
I'd probably be back for dinner. You know, so I mean, if they wanted to have a short conversation, that'd probably be enough.
All right.
Or we could skip ahead if you don't want to do that.
No. I was just making sure I wasn't excluding you.
Nah.
Cool. Go ahead.
Oh, so if you want, I found these really great herbs, which I grind up to a very nice tea. I used to have this all the time when I lived out in... Would you like some?
Sure, I would love to try some.
What's the survival check for making tea from crap you found in the woods?
Oh my god, no!
Actually, Izzy,
Yeah.
if you want to make tea, that is craft water.
I don't have any nuts in craft, but that's okay because I have a thing for it. So, craft, I have this thing. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So what is craft normally rolled with?
Usually int, I believe.
Oh, okay, perfect. So, I forget. Does that thing I have give me any dice, or it just doesn't?
I have to look at it again.
I thought survival was going to be involved in here.
No. Crafting food is specifically a craft because Exalted is weird like that. Have the correct book. Here we go.
It's either going to be 1 die or 3 dice.
Still 1 die.
Still 1 die? Okay, I'm going to roll a physical die. Come on, physical die. Okay. I served you this really dark brew that smells a lot like mud.
Izzy, what'd you roll?
A 3.
Okay.
It is not a botch, so it's not poison. But it probably has all the qualities of mud, and if you taste it, it probably tastes like mud.
I will probably take 1 sip and immediately set it aside.
Oh, please don't be...
Certainly has a strong taste.
It does, doesn't it? I'm going to gulp my entire glass. I'm told tea is acquired in some parts. At least that's what friend Aya told me.
Izzy, I have a feeling you'll be fine, but roll resistance plus stamina.
Yes, it is indeed an acquired taste.
It's 8, 9s, and 10s that are successes, correct?
Yeah, a 10 counts as 2 successes.
And 7s.
Is that wait,
Yes, 7, 8, 9, 10.
7, 8, 9,
This is
10.
Exalted, so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Very nice. You're fine.
Like a champ.
Racing.
It fills you right up.
Full of minerals.
I'm sure it does.
So are you and friend Aya friends? How do you know each other?
We are.
I
am hoping to become an associate of your master.
My master? I don't have a master. Our friends masters?
Yes. Let's go with that.
Well, I'm trying to get all different. Like, we came to this new village. It was really swell. Would you like to be one of my masters?
Yes, I would.
Oh, that's great. I'm going to lean forward and try to get...
Try to
Yeah,
what?
I will attempt to stay away from you by putting out my arm to be like, no hugging, please.
Oh, but friends hug. It's what we do. Getting closer and trying again.
Friends, that might be a bit of a strong word.
Oh, you don't want to be my friend. I look crestfallen.
I secretly take joy in this.
So hey guys, I have to break game for a minute. My parents are calling and they're saying it's something urgent. If you
Oh.
guys want to keep talking in character for a little bit, I told them I had people over and asked them like how urgent, and they still want to talk now. So
Go for
I'm
it.
gonna duck out for a few minutes. Feel free to talk in character. I'm sorry about this, guys.
No problem.
No, it's fine.
I hope everything's okay. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Yes.
And just as I was about to try to, dodge the hand and actually pull you.
If you want, I could show up.
Oh, and Eric, show up whenever it's most awkward or dramatically appropriate.
Well, that answers that.
Yeah.
Like when he's hugging or trying to hug
Yes.
Yuki.
Sure.
It's like,
Yeah, so but friends hug.
We are friends would be a strong word, good my fine fellow.
What? No, everybody can be friends. You just have to look each other in the eye, wave at each other, say hi, friend.
How tall are you? Because I'm like 6 foot, which is tall
oh wow.
at these.
Yeah, I don't know. What's the average 14-year-old, 15-year-old height? The height and weight charts.
I mean, you're past puberty, so you could be fairly tall if you want.
I'm on the cusp of puberty. So
I am looking down my nose at you.
I don't know what that means.
I'm not even tilting my head or stooping down to talk to you. I'm just... My head isn't even tilting down to look at you. I'm just... Nope. Not even worth looking at.
Yeah, so I think at this point is when Aya walks in. Just like, oh hey, I'm back.
Friend
Just
Aya,
sees the scene.
A 14-year-old being held at bay with one arm by a robed man.
And then it's just like, Shitsunishimasu, whoosh, closes the door.
Friend Aya, you're home. Runs over to you, attempts to give you a hug.
No, like she closed the door, and so she's outside.
Oh. I think that requires a perception roll. See if we know.
Oh, you definitely heard her. Like she spoke up.
Oh, friend Aya's home.
I let
Yeah.
you run over towards her,
You-
I guess.
Dive through open window towards the door, next to the door that was slammed shut.
Was the window open or closed?
I guess we're gonna have to roll.
I think the house doesn't really have windows.
Oh, then I'm gonna open the door.
She's already starting to walk away.
Friend Aya, come back. We have come. Our friend.
I didn't think you'd bring a friend like that home.
What do you mean? I bring all kinds of friends home, friend.
For the record, as I step out of the house and onto the pathway, for the record, I think friend would be a strong word to apply to that one.
Yeah, sounds about right. So...
I understand that.
Oh, it's you. Did you bring it? She's totally bluffing, but she's trying to read your reaction.
By bring it, it depends what you mean. Did I bring my cunning wits? Yes. Did I bring the drugs? No. They got caught up in customs.
What are drugs?
I just wanted to try... Was it perception plus socialize? Which is... 4. Well, I rolled like crap. I assume you're... What did you roll?
Same thing. I notice whatever you don't notice.
Oh well, I'm trying to read Yuki, which is you have pretty good manipulation, right?
I have astoundingly good at manipulation.
Yeah, I don't beat it. So you are an enigma.
Friend Yuki here said she was looking for...
It is true. I was looking for you, I suppose.
Oh, you
I've
say
heard,
it's true! That means we're friends now! Gives you a hug.
Keaton's still holding off with one arm.
Tomo, God. Look, I know. Like I thought I told you like you shouldn't just tell people that I live here, right?
I didn't. I wouldn't do that to you, friend Aya.
It is true. Your servant did not. It was some official in the town.
I'm not a servant, I'm a friend.
Be a dear servant and go get some more tea.
Did you like it?
Shuffle him off. Yes. Let's go with that.
Oh yeah. I love his tea. I just like pick up a glass and like when he's not looking, it's just like toss out the open door and just like sip the empty teacup.
You. I like you.
All right. Well, I suppose you have business with us.
I am.
She takes a seat on some wooden chair. Description. I should do that.
Yes.
Let's see. Aya is pretty short. Like even short as far as like women go. She's like I said, you'd probably pin her between like 20 years old, something like that.
Came back at the right time.
Yes. You didn't miss.
My parents are headed back to the East Coast from Texas, so.
Cool. So she looks about 20. She's pretty short. I want to say like maybe I was gonna say like just under 5 foot, maybe. I don't know.
The same height as Tomodachi.
How tall were you?
I didn't declare. I was assuming about like 4'8".
Yeah, even like that. Like she's pretty short, even though you can tell she's she's an adult.
So I am towering over these two children. Gotcha.
All right. Did I miss anything important?
No. I have not successfully managed to hug.
Excellent. Write that down for later.
She wears a I don't want to say like a kimono, but like a robe with it's mostly black, but there's like a red and yellow sash going around her waist, with a white belt tying everything up, and then she has white tights going down to her knees. And her hair is her portrait looks like the icon in game. She has her black hair tied up in a poofy ponytail, and she has that emo hair going on, covering her left eye.
I will also say, because it is in fact obvious, it is the one stat that is always obvious. Remember that 2 in any stat, any attribute is human average. Your appearance is 4.
It is. Yeah, so she is, she's pretty beautiful, apart from the norm. She is probably the best looking person you've seen at the village.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
By comparison, Taco, my appearance, 1, because... You remember how I described my hair, eyes, and that I'm pale? I just look weird and out of place.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was going to say that you could probably pin her as, being from a noble family. She clearly knows how to take care of herself.
Yep.
And her appearance, so.
That is why I am tap dancing around your name.
Yeah, so we asked, what business do you have?
So, as I'm sure you might be able to indicate to my garb, I am here on a mission from the Land of Blood and Iron. I am here to ensure that open conflict does not come to this region. And to that end, we want to procure your services, I suppose. Since you have some insight into the area, some insight in the goings-on, and what we might necessarily need to do in order to ensure this.
Yeah, I, was living there not too long ago, so I'm still pretty fresh on the social goings-on. Plus, I love the rumor mill. Sorry, but you know how it is.
I totally understand. I totally understand.
So, is this just an advisory role?
Somewhat. Truth be told, I am not necessarily to resolve all the conflicts myself, but merely to investigate to make sure that we know what we are getting into. To make sure that somebody like the Land of Grit doesn't go and fuck everything up, or that the Land of Steel doesn't. I imagine that your history is not great with them, I hear. And I am not sure if I should be sorry for that.
Well, Grit always likes butting in where they're not wanted.
This absolutely is true. This absolutely is true. Push aside the small child who is attempting to hug me.
I went inside to make more tea.
Oh.
So
I am not here for this conversation.
No. Okay.
So
then I can cut through the bullshit. Okay.
I went inside when you guys told me you wanted more tea.
Fair enough.
This is true. Oh, one thing I would have mentioned, or I should have mentioned, I would use auspicious first meeting attitude. So I make a really good impression.
Okay.
Basically, I get a +3 specialty to all social roles in our first meeting.
Okay.
And then it degrades by 1 for every scene after this.
Oh. What's going on?
I was just saying.
For like a minute.
I was just saying I'm using auspicious first meeting attitude.
Ah, excellent.
Yes.
For future reference, I am generally okay with party-on-party charm use and social stuff, as long as it is not like I am brainwashing you to follow my orders, or like, hey, I'm taking away your agency.
Yeah.
Little stuff like this, I am especially okay with because it only has temporary use.
Yeah, this is not a compulsion anyway. This is just it's basically just improving my ability to socialize, and it's setting a really good first impression. Probably better than you're going to get for a while.
Okay.
Your impression's only going to get worse from here.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. But in any case, so are you part of this delegation in well, not what's the word? Not like official capacity. You're obviously here officially, but do you have the power to make decisions here, or is it just kind of, I guess, setting the stage for negotiations?
At this time, I am to be setting the stage for negotiations. However, in the future, I certainly do hope to be a part of the delegation to come to a finalized agreement for peace.
Alright.
Oh, I heard something about peace. I've got tea. Peace is wonderful. Why, is there not peace going on somewhere?
Just before Tomodachi, gets into the room, you just see, this look of disgust on Aya's face before, the mask comes back. And she's cheerful again.
I nod, knowingly.
I am in the exact same role I was last time we played.
It is. Although my disgust is not masked whatsoever.
Sure. I love some.
Thank you.
It's actually better this time. It's actually real tea this time.
Is it?
Is it?
I got a success.
Oh.
And I'm assuming making tea is not that complicated, so yeah.
Oh, were you actually using tea this time as opposed to dirt?
I mean, using tea leaves.
Okay.
Something has to tea comes from outdoors. I'm sure you know I used actual tea leaves and not poison ivy this time.
Okay. Good.
I mean, or even just herbal tea. I mean, you can steep anything as long as it's, not poisonous and at least a little flavorful or better. I mean,
Yeah.
All right. For future reference, to those who are new to Exalted or World of Darkness, of which this system is based, natural ones in D&D are a lot rarer here. You have to not get successes and roll at least one on a die, and then it is a botch, and it is bad.
Yep.
So, difference between a failure, a success, and a botch.
Yeah.
Are we doing the optional rule where the more ones you have, the worse it is? But you still have to have no successes.
Yeah, of course.
Excellent.
Oh, this is fun. I love it. Okay.
Roll 21 dice, all ones.
You rolling with one die for tea is hilarious to me. Because 1 out of 10 times you will botch and probably kill somebody.
Hey, I can resist poison.
Watch, because of my character. No, I won't.
I know. I know that. You know that.
Yeah.
Moving on.
How does this tea taste? Because I will take another taste, because it clearly seems like it's improved somewhat.
I mean, it's one success tea. It's perfectly perfunctorily made. It's passable.
Yeah, Aya breathes a sigh of relief. She's been through this before. All right. Thanks. It's delicious, Toma.
It is lovely.
Anyway, she sets it down and continues the conversation. Okay. Then,
He called me friend. I look giddy and then, head back into the house.
Is it just you then?
Your phone does things.
Yeah, it's just the two of you, probably.
Here, I'm taking it out for one more second. Hopefully it's the last time.
Mm-hmm.
No. This is what Aya says to Yuki. Is it just you
Just me.
in the delegation? Other
I
than
imagine not.
us two. I mean,
I imagine that we are alone as far as what this investigatory mission is. Yes. Although I will say that knowing the Land of Blood and Iron, they've probably sent multiple concurrent sources for more subterfuge methods, but that's knowing their more underhanded tactics.
okay, but that's not
That's not
really our concern.
No, it isn't. Our concern is more just keeping the peace, making sure that we can find out what we need to so that we can make sure that all of the peace talks go smoothly, however it resolves.
Has there, is there any reason to believe they won't? Other than the usual tensions, I guess, but... has anything gone on in the past week or so that I've missed out on?
Past week... Let's see.
Or whatever length of time it's been since I left, Steel.
No news. No news I know of.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is partially to Wash, but obviously he walked away.
Yeah, he handed me a whole bunch of things for me to know, but it's
fair enough. Nothing major.
Nothing major. No, it's just general. Oh, hey, this stuff's gearing up, and it's not any specific thing. Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember if I mentioned it to.
The last of my family stuff is dealt with. I am here for the duration.
I don't know if I mentioned it to your superiors, but I do have the wind carried words technique. So if we need to send word back, that might have been part of their consideration for hiring me.
That would be most useful. Thank you very much for letting me know. For trusting me with that information.
It's part of the job.
It is.
Eric, I'm actually waiting for the point where you need to convince Taco to take me along on whatever the hell it is you're planning on doing.
That's probably at the point. I was gonna say that's probably at the point when we get on a boat and start going or walking wherever. Is the meeting point on the island?
No, it is a very different place. It is.
Okay, then.
So it's basically where that big pseudo lake is on the border between the Land of Grit and the Land of Steel. It's basically further up that kind of river that's just cutting this giant island and the continent from each other.
Okay. Yeah, so it might even be until like the moment we're leaving and getting on the boat that Tomo's trying to come along, and I have to be like, yeah, Tomo's coming too.
Well, I mean, we can't all leave our servants behind, and somebody needs to have attendance. I understand.
I'm not a servant. I'm just a friend. Isn't that right, friend Aya?
Yeah. We're such good friends.
See, I told you.
And friends look out for each other and do things for each other.
Yeah. A friendship is a two-way street. We help each other all the time.
So why don't you two-way street into the boat and I don't know, fix up the beds. Yeah, that sounds good.
I was going to make some friends with some of the workers on the boat.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Excellent. Bye, friend Aya. Bye, soon-to-be friend you.
He's a bit enthusiastic, but he certainly has shown himself to be quite talented. At the time, I saw him in a martial arts tournament at such and such village that we don't know the name of. And he actually put on a good showing.
Okay. So he has more practical applications ensuring our safety. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
I feel like inside both of your heads, there is a tiny chalkboard with a line down the center and at the top labeled Todachi, and one column is labeled useful and the other is labeled useless. And they have different numbers of tally marks on each side.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That said, he seems a bit lost, and I offered to show him around and give him something to do while he didn't have much better to do. So, that's why he's coming along. Plus, he does the laundry.
As the help is wont to do.
So, is there anything you need from me at the moment? I mean, obviously we can talk. We can talk along the way.
Yeah.
To kind of get caught up, but
Yeah. I don't believe I do have anything specific to request of you at this time. Merely that we work together in the future to ensure that peace prospers.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, that obviously brings to you.
And what about me?
Do you need anything from me?
Friendship. You hear Tomodachi calling from the mast.
Who are you anyway? I mean, you gave me your. I'm pretty sure you gave me your name.
Yes, I said Yuki Hongo.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
That the Hongo clan is one of the large clans in Blood and
Okay.
Iron.
Sure. Yeah. So, what about you? What can you tell me about yourself?
Real quick, Taco, I had some plans for the other clans that I wanted to run by you, but that is not for right now.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see. I was born to a side clan, to one of the side houses for Clan Hongo.
Mm-hmm.
Was raised to be a negotiator, as most of us are, and now I am attempting to stake my claim in this world. Obviously, negotiating this plan would raise my standing in the nation, and that is all you need to know. The internal politics does not necessarily
that's fine.
concern the outside world, unfortunately.
I understand. But a whole family dedicated to negotiating just seems I don't know, it seems a tad boring. I mean, you know the Otuto clan, right?
I've heard of them in passing, yes.
Yeah, I mean, we're mostly known for like beast hunting and our combative exploits.
I imagine.
And Washi there?
Yeah,
Do you know if the smithing was mostly Dan's clan?
the smithing was mostly Dan personally.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was just like the his specific.
I mean, there are smiths in the clan.
Okay, but it's not a major theme. Then okay.
It is a major theme of the Land of Steel.
True.
Yeah.
And I know the Otuto clan is known for using oversized weapons a lot. Though you note that Aya is not carrying any such weapon.
Also, you guys can break in whenever you want, or keep talking to each other as you see fit. My mic got
Probably not much longer.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. Just it's basically when we hit small talk for the sake of small talk, we move on.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I would be probing.
We both are probing. We absolutely are both probing right now.
Oh no! There is a chess match starting, and I don't know who's winning it.
I'm just doing my own thing on the side, guys. So
You're welcome to interject whenever you want, Izzy. We're not always gonna shun you away, or if we do, you're welcome to just come back.
Oh no! I'm
sending me stuff.
Yeah, I'm doing stuff on the side, which is
okay.
Guys.
So why were you chosen? Like, I don't know. This seems like a pretty important mission. Like, you know, wouldn't they send their top person on this? I guess, or maybe you are, and you know, maybe I should give you more credit.
I'm considered one of the brightest of my generation. Yes, that is why they're sending me. Obviously. Though I imagine that they will send some of my elders for the actual negotiations themselves. So that is likely is going on right now. You said that the Ototo clan. You've already mentioned your relationship vaguely. I've heard some stories of what happened with you. If it wouldn't be too much of a problem, would you mind explaining what maybe went down? I certainly would want to maybe help with anything that I could in that regard.
Yes, I mind. She shoots you a sharp look.
I entirely understand. And I change topics immediately.
And then I was gonna say, and then she immediately flips. But since you asked,
oh my god!
She can't resist gossiping. So, needless to say, I caused a bit of embarrassment, and they wanted to get rid of me for a while. So, they're not all too happy with me, but I'm sure I'll be able to bring them around. You'll see.
Let me promise, right here and now, I will do everything in my power to help with whatever you need to help to fix and to bridge the gap.
Hey Taka.
Yes.
Did you try and check on this person before you went to meet them, or were you just kind of given the name and your assignment and went?
You gave me
No, I gave you what you were handed. I'm just checking if you want to do any other personal checking, or if you were just that would have been given to you, and you would have been given like half a day of notice that you were leaving.
Yeah, I wouldn't have really read further into our information gathering.
Okay,
fine.
Cool. Then you know exactly what was presented to you, and nothing more.
Yep, and nothing more. When you're in a military structure like that, everything is a need-to-know base. Therefore...
Yeah, well, what is your appearance like, anyway?
It's actually 3.
3, okay. Yeah, so, you're a relatively good-looking person.
Yeah, he's good-looking.
Okay.
Strong features, not necessarily anything else.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to know about me?
I believe if we're going to be working together, we'll probably attempt to synergize our efforts, I would say. We should pass notes on our basic abilities. Obviously, we all keep secrets. I assume we should all keep them as strongly as possible. But I do believe that we should foster cooperation as much as possible, and we should coordinate for future encounters.
I bet you didn't know. I am an expert flutist. Just at the best. But it's a shame. I misplaced my flute. You never know. And I mean, eventually she breaks breaks face, and obviously she's joking, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, yeah, I mean, she obviously loves talking and socializing, and has the basic combat experience you would expect of, well, especially someone from her family.
Okay.
That is at least what she shares with you.
Okay. I would obviously share that I have a lot of experience in bureaucratic settings, contract writing, finding out what information I absolutely need to know in any legal setting, and all of that nonsense.
Oh my
So,
god,
can you guys
how...
hear me?
I would
Yes, we
also
can.
probably.
Okay,
I would
sorry,
also probably indicate.
I'm gonna keep the mic off when I'm crunching food.
I would also probably indicate that I actually do have magic,
Ah.
like sorceries. Granted, it's only defensive stuff at this point, but it does. I do have that, so I am working on more.
Well, I should hope we don't need
Oh,
that.
we need to talk about that because I do go with the thing of you get 2 spells when you get sorcery, and one of them is counter magic, and one is one of your choice.
I already picked them: counter magic and banishment.
Right.
Mhm.
So already picked them.
Yeah.
They're defensive. They're not. They're not.
Yeah. Well, I should hope that we won't need to use them.
I certainly hope so. Dealing with those sorts of powers are not. It's not the best. It's not the best.
Hmm. Yeah. Wash. Are pirates a relevant concern?
They are, but they are very rare.
Okay.
Let me put it this way: they are infrequent enough that no one power really has anybody dedicated to deal with them. Because if you get too strong, they send some water aspects that deal with you. But yeah, and especially on this river is fairly well. Like out in the ocean, there's some more pirate.
Yeah, that's what I would figure. A little more in the open, but yeah.
Yeah,
It was
and
just
a little bit in the teeth, that sort of islands between Iron and the mainland.
Makes sense.
But this particular river that you guys are going up is very heavily militarily surveilled by 3 superpowers. Nobody tries shit.
This is true, yeah. So, actually, it's probably going to be a pretty safe travel, but here's to hoping negotiations don't devolve a little. But how can you stand all the paper pushing? Like, God, that's so boring. Like, I would get a secretary to do that.
It is all that I have known growing up. I'm sure that you would find anything that you have no frame of reference equally boring.
But I don't know. I feel like you could have found a more interesting hobby, like, I don't know, baking.
Hobby? What is this hobby you speak of?
Fine, a career.
Insulting much.
Career? Actually, I don't know if how much you would know about Land of Blood and Iron's
I'm gonna put
social.
like a 2 to 5 minute just wrap up, just so that we can get everybody together again.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Don't.
I probably would know at least a little about the Blood and Iron structure.
It's like a caste system. There is some social mobility, but it's not like you don't like choose a career. Like
If
it
you
is
want,
a
you
Fair
can roll
enough.
Int plus lore to find out stuff about this kind of thing.
yeah.
Int plus lore.
Yeah. That is how you know things in general.
I barely know anything about it, so no.
Yeah.
You know the general gist of it. That hey,
The only reason why I would say that I would know at least a little bit is because it is of particular interest to Aya.
That is fair. That is entirely fair.
Well, I'm just saying she at the very least would know the top level government stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway. Yeah, I think we can move on, Wash.
Okay, cool.
Yep, we've gotten all the relevant.
Wash, can they get distracted by a
You cut out for a second there. By a what?
shanty?
I mean, so here's a quick question before we do that.
Mhm.
Taco, I assume you're just walking back to the ship.
I assume we already got to the ship when we were having this conversation, but sure.
Okay, yeah. I was. Did you want to pack anything, Eric, or make any amends, or you just like, whatever, fuck this town, I'm out?
Oh.
Actually, as I had said, I think I did want to have some tribute of food, just to offer to any towns we came to, just to be friendly. I think I would gift that to the to whatever official at the docks is, and then gift some of it, not all of it, obviously.
Okay. So when you get back to the docks, Taco, you see something in your crew you have not seen before. Mostly because the majority of the emotions they show you is respect bordering on scared, deference. You see smiles, and you all hear a sea shanty. Many of the dock workers and all of your crewmen seem to be in a circle, cheering on, off-key singing old sea songs. While do you want to be dancing or conducting, Izzy?
I want to be singing along.
All right.
What is the role for singing? It's performance plus what?
I want to say charisma.
Yes. Okay.
Probably.
1, 2, 3, 5 successes.
Yep, and the clearest voice of all is Tadachi's, ringing out above the rest.
Tomo Daichi. You could just say Tomo, it's for short, Bosh.
All right, I'm gonna fuck it up more times than I get it right for a while.
It's like, is that voice coming from that body? And just like turns to Yuki.
I have seen many horrifying things that are from beyond the pale. That is the most horrifying thing of them all.
I mean, he's pretty good, you gotta admit.
It would be astoundingly good. He is 14. Or he's a teenager.
I appear to be 14. My age is actually...
I'm gonna go with you look 14, therefore I think you're 13. You're 14.
Fair enough.
Gonna go with that. That is the wrong voice for that body.
Yep. Well, what are you doing upon... Nobody seems to have noticed you two yet, and I assume that you guys are... You haven't even been able to drop off your food. The Dockmaster is partaking in the festivities.
Well, I wouldn't sing, but I would probably dance along and try to get some attention.
Okay, like distract from or join?
I mean, like, join, but I mean, like, if Izzy is the center of attention right now, she would try to take attention away from him and be like, "Look at me."
Okay.
I mean, it's probably still performance, of which I have no points.
Yeah, let's go with appearance plus performance for that. No, manipulation. You're trying to take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
4. That's better than I thought.
All right. You get a few heads looking in your direction. What are you just trying to do it with singing or?
No, she's not singing.
Okay.
Because I was gonna say, like, her voice. I didn't describe it as that she's kind of she kind of has an annoying voice. Like, you can't quite place your finger on it, but like, she's not the kind of person. I don't want to say you don't get along with, but she's just annoying. So,
What, has she got a Fran Drescher going on?
huh?
The nagging.
Very nasally.
Yeah, certainly when she's laughing.
Okay.
But right now she's just trying to use the fact that she's very attractive to gather attention. So she's dancing along with the song and kind of
All right.
weaving through the crowd and grabbing someone, swinging them around, and moving along to the next person. That kind of deal.
Okay. You're definitely taking a lot of the attention. Izzy remains the center because he got 5 successes.
This is true.
6.
Yep.
No, it
6?
was 5. It was 5. It was
Yep.
5.
Remember, 10s are 2.
Yeah. Right.
Yep. All right.
Yuki doing anything?
Taco, these people that you have known have worked like a well-oiled machine, knowing their place under you. And this person that, I don't know, maybe, I don't know what your measure of Aya is yet, partially because I was in and out of that conversation, but it all
I would
seems to be
consider it
falling apart in front of you.
I would consider her an equal.
Okay.
She may have a different skill set from me, but she is clearly the same social rung on the hierarchy of everything. So
Okay.
that is my view of things.
I am not.
No,
And
no, you are not.
Izzy seems to be doing kind of a call and response at this point, something about a kung fu fight with a crocodile shark hybrid.
What madness is this?
This is Exalted, Taco.
I'm aware. I'm more saying that in character. What madness is this?
Okay. So, something else that some of you may not be aware of, but I have just realized now that we haven't done this session yet. This is Exalted. In Exalted, cool things are easier to do and, in fact, can give you bonuses. When you describe your actions, you stunt them. Then the storyteller, that's me, assigns you a value to that stunt between 1 and 3 dice. That dice number is added to the roll. In addition, you can get twice that number back in motes, or you can get a willpower back at 2, or if you do a 3-dot stunt, which is basically everybody at the table thinks it's a 3-dot stunt, and nobody can even conceive of a way in which it would be a 1 or a 2, you can get a willpower, 6 motes, or a free experience point.
Neat.
So if Izzy had decided to describe his story or song, or if Aya had described her dance, that would have been a chance to stunt. This is much more common in combat when you're spending willpower and motes like it's nobody's business, and the extra dice are always helpful.
Yep.
In general, once you get the hang of it, most people can reliably get two dice stunts. The more environment you chew up, generally the better chance you have.
Yep.
Yeah. The total brain fart.
You're good.
Do you want us to always describe what we're doing and then ask you what you would rate it as?
Yeah, that's basically how it works. It's you say I'm going to stunt this, and then you say how you stunt it, and then I assign a total to it.
Okay.
That's how it works.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like in my case, I had described how I was dancing amongst the crowd and kind of swinging people around.
That's true.
As an
That would
example.
probably be that would be like a 1-die type thing.
Yeah.
I also spaced a little bit there on.
It's fine.
So yeah. But yeah, a very simple description is a 1-die. More complex and awesome stuff. And also, I am the judge, so I can unashamedly say you are pandering to my sensibilities of what is awesome, which is one of the best parts about running an Exalted game. For the justification of how this works, in the original setting of Exalted, there are these things called fate spiders that actually run the threads of fate, and they like awesome stuff, so they make it easier. There's a reason that it works in this setting. None of you know what it is.
I
Awesome.
As long as we're talking about the mechanics of Exalted. Izzy, I
Fair enough.
probably should have given you a stunt bonus for some of the things you were describing, but it was I can look back through this conversation. It probably would have been a 1 die stunt.
It doesn't matter. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's hard to in text.
Yeah, that's true. That's what linguistics charms are for, Izzy. So the other thing is, because this is a complex system and stunting takes time on top of that, I'm generally limiting people in combat and things of that nature. You're generally getting 1 stunt max per round. I think it's actually in the rules somewhere.
Yep.
And the other thing is, while somebody is stunting and has explicitly said, I would like to stunt this, everybody else needs to be quiet and give them the floor
Mhm.
to describe their awesome shit. This is one of the other reasons we are doing ninjas here. This is about awesome shit and one-upping each other. It'll start coming up and more, but we're still getting to know each other. So,
Exactly.
back to the game. There is a ring of people singing about ridiculous things. There is a very attractive woman dancing with whoever happens to be nearby in a very attention-grabbing manner. And there is a person just kind of sitting there with a bento box on the edge of the dock trying to figure out what to do with himself.
Accurate.
And that's Yuki.
Of course, that's Yuki.
Of course it is.
Come on, bureaucracy this crew into shape.
The song should not detract from actually picturing it like Muppet Treasure Island, where people are actually like heaving it home better to get stuff work, because the tone of the song is actually putting them into a rhythm to work at. If we're actually getting ready to depart.
Maybe.
And I will offer to help as like
Nobody's given any orders to stay or depart yet.
Exactly. So singing away.
I will attempt to find the captain, and I will tell him that all of the passengers are aboard, that we should depart once we have given our gifts to the what's it called? The
Dock hands?
yeah, dock hands. Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't actually see you right away. He is singing with everybody else. In fact, it seems like he's kind of really into the story that Izzy is kind of stringing with his narrative.
Oh, joy! It's almost like Izzy's pushing that specific button without knowing he's pushing it. Oh, joy!
Oh, now I realize I'm pushing a button.
You absolutely are.
So now you have to push it more.
I don't know it in character, so...
No, he doesn't know it in character.
Yeah, but out of character.
Boy. Oh, boy.
Out of character, I'm not even sure.
Let me send you a text about that.
Okay.
I have an assumption. It's probably right.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that's pushing a button.
Whoopsie! Actually, Wash, can I roll perception to see if I see Yuki, and then from the mast as I swing around say, Friend Yuki, join in!
Oh, by all means, do perception plus awareness. It's not even going to be hard. And you swung around, so take a 1 die.
Yeah, I was gonna say awareness or socialize. Socialize is also for reading people.
Actually, yeah, that is a good point. This would be awareness plus socialize to kind of read the room and see what's going on.
Awareness plus socialize? Okay.
Perception.
Yeah, sorry.
You never pair 2 abilities with each other.
Sorry,
Okay.
sometimes I'm trying to remember the names here.
It's the same dice.
Yeah, today was weird, and I was trying to get back into an exalted headspace before this started. So.
Oh, it's only 2 successes.
That
was a lot of dice for 2 successes.
That happens sometimes. So somebody's walking up to the captain. You notice. You just think it's another reveler. He's just kind of tapping him on the shoulder. Clearly, he's just trying to figure out what's going on so he can join the revelry.
Yeah, I'll leave it at.
You've only seen this person once, and not from the top before. In fact, the sun, you know what's happening? The sun is shining off of Yuki's head, and when you look down, you can't recognize them because they're just kind of blinding you.
Okay, I need to start writing this because I have an idea.
Oh boy.
No, that's when you save that for combat stunts.
Yeah.
But,
And the sun bounces off your head.
yes. Clearly I
For
need
the
to learn
record,
Solar Flare.
When there are actual fights, I'm going to be stunting the fuck out of every attack I do too.
Oh no.
That's fair.
But you're also the judge for those.
Yes, I don't get a 3. I'll usually even around 2. I won't get a 3 unless everybody else decides it's a 3.
In which case, we're just screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Game Kage.
Also, for the record, I've played in 3 Exalted campaigns as a player, and I have only actually pulled off a 3-dot stunt once. I've tried a few times.
Yeah, same. I've only gotten one.
They are hard.
Shiny friend!
And then a response from the crowd, "Shining friend!" This is Exalted. Everything is over the top. Just roll with it, guys.
Shiny friend, just clap your hands and stomp your feet.
And the crowd.
Put your hands up and move to the beat.
Help,
Alright.
Yuki, you're the only one who can save us.
I'm working on it. I need to
Yeah.
type up the whole thing because, oh geez, I had an idea and I need to friggin'...
As you are thinking, you are just not used to this level of not disrespect, but
No, I absolutely am not.
and you do notice a pleading look from Aya as she twirls by and notices you.
Make it stop.
Also, Wash, just for the hell of it, since Taco is taking it.
You cut out again.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to start organizing everybody to a frickin' dance line. Like a chorus line, where everybody has like this weird choreographed thing. And because I have do this.
All right, charisma plus performance, and
Charisma.
that's like on the line between 1 and 2 dice, so I'll give you 1.
Okay, fair enough.
I want to encourage creativity.
Wow, only 2 successes. My dice are not liking me.
Well, you got it going. There's a conga line in progress.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey. Hey.
And since we haven't been told to depart yet, I guess we're gonna go down into the hole of the ship. Was the food dropped off yet?
It can't be until the captain figures out that his boss is trying to get him to stop. He's too into the music.
We're gonna start the conga line down there, juggling some produce on the way back up, and getting
Okay.
the crowd on the docks involved. For the love of God, Taco, I can't stall that much.
Okay, there.
Yeah, for future reference, usually
Yeah.
you can narrate it. It's better.
Yeah,
if you do it.
absolutely. It was more that I needed to construct the whole thing rather than just try and... Because otherwise I was going to fuck it up.
All right, go for it.
So I'm going to climb up to the highest point on the boat that I can, so that I can be within earshot of everybody. I'm going to pull out the contracts for all of the crew that are working with me and start reading aloud all of the orders relating to what is on these contracts in as loud as I physically can. I'm using Thresh and Carp Serenade in order to pause all activity that is not relating to sailing.
Okay, that is 2 dot. Is there any role for Threshing Carp Serenade?
It is opposing my bureaucracy versus their stamina plus willpower. No, stamina plus bureaucracy.
Okay.
Okay.
So my bureaucracy. Do I apply anything else to that, or no? Just bureaucracy.
Hold on. Let me just pull up the charm.
Where the hell is bureaucracy?
It's an ability.
It's one of your abilities.
Nope, I don't have any points in that.
Shocking.
Granted, I don't think it applies to Izzy or to
It does not.
Because our essences...
because your asses are on the line. Very specifically.
Does it apply to anybody who's on the docks? Dan?
Made.
Anyone attempting to?
Oh, but you and they both roll a stamina plus bureaucracy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Yep.
You add 2 for your stunt.
Yep.
Also, you get your choice of a willpower or 4 motes back. Also, a thing that is important: willpower is useful for a lot of things. Again, as we continue the rules demo portion of the evening, willpower can be spent to A, add a single automatic success to a roll. B, if in intimacy or your motivation resonates with what you are trying to do, you can spend a willpower and channel a virtue. You check off 1 channel for this story arc, and you add that many dice to your roll. 3, you can use it for a lot of charms. 4, whenever you activate a combo, it costs an extra willpower, as do sorcery actions. And 4, if somebody tries to use a charm on you, and it doesn't say otherwise, you can usually resist them by spending a willpower. So willpower is important, y'all. You get it back when you sleep.
Yep.
Which,
Anyway.
I do want to ask, when do we choose to spend the willpower to get 1 extra success?
Before you roll.
Before you roll?
Yes.
After we get our stunt value, though?
Yes.
Okay,
That's
so I mean, like, if it's like, oh, I want to get a willpower back, well, then I'll just spend a willpower and be neutral.
Correct. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to use the bureaucracy excellency for 2 extra dice.
So the way that works is for each mote you put in,
Yeah.
you get 2 extra dice.
Yep,
You
1
can
mote per
add
2.
a maximum of your ability rating.
So I'm just getting 2. So
Ability
Oh, okay.
plus specialty.
Yes. Yeah.
This is a contract, so I do have a specialty in that. So that's plus 1, or is that
Yes.
plus 2? Okay,
That
yes,
is plus
that's
1.
another
All
plus 1.
specialties are plus 1 because I like that better.
That is 11d10. Gotcha.
Yay!
Whew, that's a lot of dice.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 successes.
It is.
Very nice. Yeah, he got 2 10s in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Izzy, that conga line.
Stops with, and I fall probably, and I just like drop down immediately.
Yeah, pretty much. You get pushed face down as everybody runs and gets back to work. They got 2 successes, and that's because they rolled a single 10. They had more dice, but yeah. The captain looks, realizes what's going on, and basically shits himself via facial expression, and then everybody just gets back to work. Izzy and Eric,
Yes.
just give me a quick. What is the correct thing? Give me an athletics plus wits.
Okay.
Yes, this is weird. I'm doing it anyway.
Sure.
2 successes.
Cool.
What's this number? 1 success.
Okay. You know what? Aya, you realize the tides are changing. This crew is basically going at maximum efficiency to get this boat away. You catch on and jump onto the boat in time. Izzy, you're short and not quite. You kind of go and you grab onto the edge, and your feet are dangling into the water.
I love it.
Goodbye, new friends on the dock.
Goodbye, Tomo!
I waved to them, realized that my hand was. I very quickly swim back to the boat and get up. I am now significantly cleaner than I was.
This is true.
This is true facts.
There is no swim skill. I am fine.
Yeah, we'll find you a rag to dry off.
Oh,
Now we get the travel music going, like "Go West," da, 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 or something like that. I don't know.
Oh man, I haven't heard that since AMV Heck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or some other
I mean,
music.
if Tomo wants to
Belmont.
start up a shanty while they're still working, I'm not going to stop that whatsoever. But
It was too distracting before.
it was too distracting.
I mean, I'll talk to them, see if they need any help with their jobs on the deck, if they say anything, or if one of them starts perpetuated.
All right.
Muppet Treasure Island style.
Yep. Depending on what you try and help with, Izzy, you can roll strength, dex, or stamina plus sail.
I was
Actually, strength or dex. You don't do stamina unless you're doing it all day.
yeah. I'd assume they'd probably give me.
You're cutting in and out a lot.
Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yes.
You cut out after assume that they'd give me.
No. Let me check to see which mic I'm using. Yep, no idea.
Also, yay, travel music.
Yep. I assume that they would probably give a easy job, like, they tie the knot, hand it off to one of the sailors. They double check it before then lashing it to, part of the ship to make, things go quicker. Like, I'm effectively, shadowing someone offering to help. Like, not ever getting in their way, trying to help cut down on their time.
All right, dex plus sail.
Dex plus sail?
Mm-hmm.
I have no sail.
Yep, dex.
Yep. Use these dice. So that is this many dice. Oh, well, damn.
Uh-oh.
That is the first botch of the evening, gentlemen.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh. Okay. Tomodachi does his best to help. He is given rope work, which he professes to know how to do, and suddenly...
I will very specifically ask them,
Mhm.
and then say, "Oh, okay, you taught me. Okay, cool, I got this."
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is what happens. You tie the first one okay, you tie the second one okay, you pass the third one off, and it doesn't go, and it seems that you've tied your wrists into a very elaborate pattern. And as soon as this happens, and you realize you start pulling at it, you're just making it tighter while trying to get rid of it. And then, as you're about to let somebody know and ask for help with a little bit of not shame but disappointment that you couldn't do more, you hear an order to tack from somewhere ahead, and the ropes just start moving rapidly, and you hear a grunt from the other side. Your wrist jerks, and before you can say anything, you hear another grunt and say, "Hey, it's heavy! Somebody help! It must be caught on something!" And then on the other side of the boat, 4 people work together and just pull you up the mast by the wrist. Take 2 bashing damage. Which is an excellent another chance to explain more rules. So, in Exalted, you do not have HP. You have health levels. Each one can be filled with one of 4 values. Normal value is unfilled. It's an empty box. This means you are healthy. You have not taken damage in that box. You can take bashing damage. Bashing damage heals relatively quickly in a matter of minutes or sometimes hours. If you are filled up with bashing damage, you fall unconscious. Lethal is a single slash. Lethal damage takes a while to heal.
I thought bashing was a slash.
Yeah. Bashing is a slash. Lethal is an X, and the third one is like an asterisk. Sorry about that. Lethal is weapon wounds, cuts, broken bones, all of that stuff. It heals slowly, days to weeks. If you fill up on lethal, including your incapacitated level, everybody has a single incapacitated level, then you are dead. If you get aggravated, that is some hardcore stuff. Aggravated takes months to heal. It is very rare. As you take damage, you tick off health levels from your -0s to your -1s to your -2s to your -4s. These are penalties that you take because of pain to all dice rolls until they are healed. So Izzy, for the rest of for the next hour or two after they get you down, you're at -1 to everything while your wrist kind of realigns itself. Unless you want to do something about it.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna crack my wrist and just be like, I'm okay.
Cool.
Oh, right, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you guys, and
I'm sorry.
also,
I have to make a hand sign and then do that.
and also, this probably happened while you guys were passing a tree or something that they were trying to avoid, which is why they were trying to turn in the first place. So there's a nice big scuff on the bottom of the hole now,
That'll buff right out.
and that's a botch.
So, what Aya is going to be keeping herself occupied. First of all, I guess asking Yuki or the captain how long our travel time is going to be. I don't know where we're going exactly.
You're going north 4 days to the. Hold on, I actually typed this up because it was given to. Shinman Noman is the name of the village. Which, if you want to pick at, I literally got out of Google Translate, so don't worry about it too much.
It's fine. It's fine.
Can you type that in? Is it?
Yeah. Let's see. I will put this in the Land of Iron chat. Or sorry, Team Iron.
Cool.
So, knowing we'll be at least 4 days out, what are the sleeping accommodations?
It's like a medium-sized boat. It's bigger than like just what you need because so the layout of the boat is there's the deck. It's got two sails, and it's got a sleeping area with like hammocks. There's also a cargo hold, which unless Yuki decides any different, nobody but he is allowed into.
That's fine.
Yep.
I was gonna say more specifically, are we also in the hammocks?
Yeah.
Does the captain have something better?
He does, but Yuki took it.
Damn it! I was gonna try and convince the captain to let me have his bed.
Am I incorrect in that, Taco?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna try and convince you to give it to me, or maybe I will. I gotta make use of that.
Let's begin.
I was gonna say I gotta make use of that first meeting. Whatchamacallit? Auspicious first meeting attitude, because we're probably in the second scene since, so it's degrading.
Yeah.
Yep.
So all right. Yeah.
Also, this is not a rules brief, but when I finished all of the briefings and sent them out to everybody, I felt a little bad because, given the initially conflicting objectives and social stuff that everybody has, I basically wrote a mini LARP, and then I gave everybody but Izzy a blue sheet.
Damn it.
Yeah, sorry, Izzy.
This seems pretty normal for Izzy.
It's okay. You wanted a break from LARPing for a while. This is part of that.
So, all right. So at first, Aya is going to go to.
Keep going.
I was going to say yeah. So at first, Aya is going to go to the captain and ask about if she could use his quarters. But upon finding that Yuki's already claimed them, she curses under her breath and goes to hunt down Yuki. That's like, Hey, Yugi.
Yes.
So I was thinking, you don't really need the captain's quarters, do you? Right? I mean, you're not going to let a lady miss out on her beauty sleep, right? You're not going to put me in one of those hammocks. So yeah, I'm trying to persuade
Yep.
you to give it to me.
Yeah.
What is?
Eric, it does not sound like you were trying to give you the bed. It sounds like you're trying to persuade her for something else.
That was what that was. To be fair, unsure if my character would even interpret that.
Yeah, because
Well, see, I understand your concerns, and I fully accept it because we are equals as far as social standing. It does not make sense for either one of us to sleep amongst the peasants, obviously.
Oh, also Taco, take a limit.
That is what I expected.
Yeah.
That is what I expected.
yeah.
Anywho.
Taco is getting a lot of limit in the first session.
All right.
No, this is his first tick.
This is the first tech, but it's a lot.
So what is your counter argument, or what is your defense here?
It seems that it would be unfair for either one of us to spend our sleeping time amongst the rabble. I would propose that we should hot bunk. That we should spend alternating time periods where we sleep in the bunk apart from each other. We take shifts. I sleep for 8 hours, then you sleep for 8 hours, and we both are sleeping in much better quarters.
But are you going to let the crew go unsupervised during like regular work hours?
I'm sure that you can manage them just fine without me, and I am sure that I can manage them just fine without you. I'm sure that we both can manage them.
Well, she certainly will take that compliment that you're already considering her in a leadership position without even asking for it. But yeah, wash stunts for either of our stuff, I guess.
I was also double checking stuff in the background. I didn't quite realize that you guys. I'm sorry. Let's give you both a 1 for now. That's unfortunately because of
it's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, manipulation plus presence. Sounds right.
Manipulation plus presence. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And what is your defense?
Yeah, that would be MDV.
Well, it depends what ability you're using, because you can use.
Yeah, it's dodge or parry. It's.
I would probably be attempting to parry it. I guess.
So dodge is the so the extreme examples, just so you know.
Yeah.
Story-wise, not mechanically.
Yeah.
Is dodge is the equivalent of sticking your fingers in your ears and going la la, and parry is you're wrong and here's why. In terms of specific, like here is what I think you're wrong and here's why. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I am attempting to steer it towards a slightly different direction where we both are benefiting, rather than I'm just getting out.
All right.
That's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, I would say that would be a parry instead.
Okay, so how about you both make that roll against the other's MDV? We'll see what happens.
Manipulation plus.
I'm using presence. You might be able to argue bureaucracy. I don't know.
Yeah, you could do
because I'm actually trying to be organizational about this. Yeah, like here's how we can organize it so that we both get what we want out of this.
So all right, that's 5, 6, 7.
I believe I get 9 of them. Yeah. I think you beat me.
5 versus 3. Well, we're basically making 2 attacks. I'm making one against you, and you're making one against me.
Yeah.
My social defense is 4.
How do you
So
calculate social defense? Just want to make sure.
it depends whether you're using integrity or whether it's a social dodge or a parry. Dodge is integrity plus willpower plus essence divided by 2. And parry is basically the higher of charisma or manipulation, plus the stat you want to use, like bureaucracy, divided by 2. You don't add your essence.
Okay.
And of course you can add any specialties that apply.
Mm-hmm.
Before the divided by 2.
Mine is 5? Let me just double check that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Also,
5.
another teachable moment. The way DVs generally work is you keep track of them on a per turn basis. Like in between, every time you start an action, they refresh back to their natural values. Every time somebody attacks a particular MDV, whether it be dodge or parry, that DV goes down by 1 until it is your turn again. So if somebody attacks you a billion times, your defenses get a little worse each time.
Can you have negatives or is 0 at the bottom?
I do not remember. Eric, do you?
No. Your DVs cannot go below 0, but you still track it below 0 in case you get bonuses that would otherwise bring you up.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Good to know.
Most of your actions, like attack and other things, also will subtract from your normal DV value. In theory, you should both roll join debate and all this other stuff, but this is minor, so this is more teaching mechanics.
Social combat is a mess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yep.
In this case, if we're just doing the one attack on each, we kind of balance, and I guess you keep the bed.
No, because I was attempting to offer it alternating. Oh, I guess I would keep the bed, but you would also gain it. I guess that's what I was attempting to go for.
Yeah, I mean, if you were just offering it, I mean, certainly she would take that kind of deal.
Yeah.
But she's not happy about it. She clearly didn't come out on top in that conversation, and that bugs her.
Oh boy,
you are in a better position than if you weren't asking. Therefore,
She just like pulls out the small black book. Note to self: keep arguments away from bureaucracy. Catch him off guard.
Okay. Hey, Izzy, you want to do that thing?
Sure. While you guys are doing that, I'm assuming the sun has already set at this.
Yeah.
The mast, and just like look at the captain and say, friends, Captain, how do you sail during the night? Like probably pulling out one of his charts and like figure out what the heck it is.
We sail with the stars. They show us where we are, where we've come from, and where we're going. Also, in this particular case, we're basically on a river, so we just have to keep going that way.
Well, is there any way to sail faster or go quicker? Make the stars move?
What an interesting notion. You're such fanciful ideas you have in your head. No, but without a wind favorable to our backs, it is difficult, especially with this up. You guys are sailing against the current.
Oh,
so yeah, you're wind powered.
Oh, here, maybe I can do something to help. Hands. Be like,
all right, you cut out again.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is this better now? Hello.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
That's right next to me. I'm going to throw my hands together and do the power. Ah!
Exit, rejoin the call. Sometimes that helps.
Be right back.
Okay. Hello.
Am I better?
We're gonna find out. It's usually when you start doing a monologue, you just drop 2 or 3 words in the middle.
You're from Wisconsin, not Ireland.
I so want to just scream that up to the.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just going to kind of like throw my hands onto the masts with the captain kind of like sneak in between them so it looks like I'm kind of, and when my hands are on top of them, I'm just going to be like, through the power of friendship, I'll help you. And I'm going to do the thing.
Okay, you do the thing.
Cool.
He reaches down and ruffles your hair and is like, would that be enough to solve all of life's problems?
I'm sure it is. Just have to look at it in a certain way, in a certain light. That's all I got. I don't know if that's actually going to help us get us there quicker, but maybe.
It's not going to not help you get there quicker.
Okay.
Anyway. So, just a quick question, kind of rolling forward time here. What are you guys generally doing day to day on the boat for the next, let's say, 2 days or so? I assume Izzy is trying to help out more?
Helping, probably trying to fish, because I've never done it before, and if somebody's offering, I will try it.
You're going to have to convince them to let you help you. So, manipulation plus...
I'm just asking. I am not going to force them to.
Oh, okay. So in that case, you're asking to help, and they'll probably give you a respectful "No, we've got it."
Okay. Then I will try my hand at fishing if somebody is on break and they are willing to show me.
Okay.
Or
Also,
if they
Izzy,
are
take a limit.
Yep.
That's why I asked.
So, Wash, about how big across is the map, like mileage-wise? Like,
I have not decided, to be honest.
Okay. So what Aya would occupy herself with, I mean, certainly she would take some time talking to Yuki to, continue to hammer out the details of what we might be talking about, and
So,
anything that he needs to know.
quick question. Are you trying to just casually talk and figure things out, or is this one of those analyze intimacy kind of things?
I'd say it's a bit more strategic.
Okay.
But I mean, we have like 4 days to do it, so it's kind of like whenever we have time, just kind of sit down and go over some stuff.
And of course, neither one of you is actually helping with the sailing of the ship because it's beneath you
No, of
both.
course not.
Of course not. No.
Yeah.
No.
All right, Taco.
Also,
Also, for future reference, this is a setting in which training time matters, which is the other reason I asked this question.
Oh
4
well,
days
yeah.
for anything, and you guys don't really have XP to spend. But
This is true.
anytime that I am not coordinating with Aya, I think I'm probably reviewing like copies of trade deals in the area for just research purposes.
all right, for funsies.
Yeah. Trying to brush up on all my knowledge of, this matters for these people and these matter for these people, etc.
Okay, so
Not necessarily anything that might be useful long term, but
all right, you just okay. We're in this zip code today. I might as well review what's going on here.
stuff like that.
It'll actually be relatively easy for you specifically because you've probably collated most of these notes before.
Yep.
Give me a intelligence plus bureaucracy roll for when you cross into the land of grit proper. And the closer you get to the land of steel, the harder it is. But this is just to get your generalized knowledge level.
Four.
Yeah. Oh, does the one subtract in the way you're rolling?
No.
No, it's not counting tens twice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if it's blue, it just means that there's a red and a green number. If it's if it's green, it means there's a 10. If it's a red, there's a 1.
Okay. Weird. Yeah, no, you've got the generalized. You don't have the same notes of like this person is in debt. I can lean on this person if I need, X, Y, Z. Here are here's these weird quirky customs of this town. You don't get that stuff. The farther up the river you get, the more like just general. Hey, this is what this town is good at producing. Here's a special thing that anybody who Googles it, or it does the equivalent of Googling in this universe could get.
Okay.
This probably makes you feel a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, because I'm a little out of my depth as far as this is stuff that's pretty basic. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. So, next thing. Who is around and doing stuff at, say, 10:45 on day 3?
AM?
Yeah. Also, I lied. I remembered that you guys were going upstream. It's going to be like a week.
Ugh.
This is the other reason you guys started earlier. The other team is going to have less time getting here.
Around 10 a.m.?
No, like 10:45. But yeah.
Be going to bed earlier or after Aya?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Did you guys establish a bed rotation?
That's what Yuki's figuring out.
Actually, at a certain point, I would start questioning whether we might just be like, fuck the bed rotation, just sleep at the same time. Fuck it, don't care.
Maybe.
I think I might take the second one, I guess. Okay. So I might still be asleep for 10:45.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not talking with Yuki, which would be the case if he is sleeping at the time, then I mean, a lot of times she'd probably just be like lounging around on deck, watching the scenery go by and that kind of deal.
Okay. Okay, and Izzy is Tomo is obviously just trying his damnedest to help out everybody.
Yeah.
Good for him.
There's probably going to be a point on this 4-day voyage where I'm going to, poke my head into, like, Yuki saying, hey, what are you doing? Can I help you?
Yeah, we can do that before I get to this if you guys want.
I am reviewing trade deals for the location that we are going to. It is not going well.
Well, that's not good. We have to make it so it goes well for everybody.
It is... I am unsure if there is much that you can do to help, unfortunately.
I mean, I can try. Just let me help. I mean, just tell me what I need to do, and I'll do whatever I can.
You need to enter my brain and help me memorize all of these contracts.
That's
what I thought.
Hold on a second. Watch. I can roll that.
Can you? Oh, well. You that today?
I could certainly try.
Oh, God.
Because this is something obscure.
Type to me what you think you're doing here.
I'm just going to kind of like twist up my eyes and see if I can remember any kind of way to help somebody get a better memory by entering their brain.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you're doing that.
Oh, Jesus. Jeebus Christ.
Fuck, what kind of roll is this? Give me 1 second to think.
Sure, no problem. Because damn it, Yuki has like opened the door and offered me to letting me help or him, damn it, Taco, I'm so used to you being a girl now.
It is literally every other character I do. It's just that it happens that this game, every time I've been in a ninja game, it's been 90% female.
Yeah, the only time I had you as male was Akasaka. The rest.
I was gonna say, were you? Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, were you two in a game together that I missed? But then I remembered that it was.
I've run 2 ninja games. He was female in both of them.
Yeah.
No?
You were genderless in one of them. So.
Yeah, I was genderless in one of them. I was a puppet.
You know what?
You should have asked for something mundane, Taco.
What?
Nothing.
Roll it.
Yeah, okay, so... Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be much higher.
No!
Oh,
No.
no. Yeah.
No, it's not. I'm just going to type it to you, Wash.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, screwing my eyes up and thinking really, really deeply I don't think is a very good stunt, but it's the only thing I can think of that fits this. Yeah, stunting social stuff is just innately harder.
There you go, Izzy.
Yeah, usually you
Have
just
fun
have
with
to actually have witty things to say.
Oh,
Or describing nonverbal cues.
yeah. So, if I'm remembering right, all you need is like a hearthstone to channel the energy up into your brainwaves. That way it can empower you to have an edictive memory. That way, no matter what you read over the course of a 24-hour period, you'll be able to flawlessly pull up that kind of knowledge at a moment's notice. But where are we going to find something like that out here? Sorry I couldn't be of more help. I'll turn and walk away kind of crestfallen after that.
That was surprisingly insightful.
Yep.
All right.
I will attempt to do the thing he just said.
I don't think you have the thing I recommended.
The specific Hearthstone, no, but I do have one.
It is true. You do have a Hearthstone.
I imagine it's not gonna fucking work, but you know.
All right. Do an occult plus, I guess, wits in this case.
Alright, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 6.
Wait, was the Hearthstone obviously on your body, or was it in like a pocket?
In a pocket. It was
Okay.
not obvious.
Okay.
2? No, that would be 3, because there was a 10, that means.
Yeah, you got nothing.
I expected not to. Like,
Yeah.
what? That seems surprisingly insightful.
And
And
a lot of those words made sense. You're not sure how they all fit together.
Yeah.
All right. So, a little bit later, again, probably 10:45, day 3 or so. I would like Tomo and Yuki to roll perception plus awareness.
Perception.
This is as close as I can get to River.
I have a specialty in awareness.
What is it?
3.
I don't actually
That does
remember.
not apply.
No, 4. No,
Yeah.
4. My bad. 4. Rolled 2 10s.
All right.
Nice.
Let's see, it is perception plus awareness.
Mm-hmm.
this many dice.
Sorry, Eric.
No, don't worry about it.
All right, cool.
Another botch.
Oh, yes!
Fuck
Oh my
life.
god.
Fuck my life.
How do you botch perception?
I had 7 dice!
How do you botch perception?
I probably distract people from whatever's actually coming.
Get your.
pretty much what's happening.
I was gonna say,
In
get your
fact,
head out of your ass.
I'm pretty sure you're keeping Taco from seeing some of this by being very distracting and saying that there is there is a gigantic monster chasing the ship. Izzy. It's displacing all of this water and moving things to the side, and like I don't know why anybody else you don't know why anybody else isn't doing anything about this.
Do you guys see that? There's something under the water following us. You can see from how it's rippling outward. Quick, I'll get a net. Somebody, where's the net?
So what are we actually seeing? Because
It's the
clearly
wake.
I'm not seeing all of it, but
It's the wake of the boat.
Yeah, I figured it was the way to go.
obviously.
But yeah, you probably are convincing a few members of the crew to help you out.
Mhm.
And you probably are wasting one of their nets.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Although I'm pretty sure all of this commotion will wake up Aya. Because everybody's running all over the deck and the footfalls, like... I don't know how many of you who have ever been on like an actual sailing vessel around this size. It's like, if there is a cabin, the roof is a floor somewhere, and everybody's running around. So you're getting woken up by plasticky, resounding footsteps.
Hey, keep it down up there. As she comes out the cabin door.
Mhm.
The heck's going on?
Oh, sorry, miss. We're being chased by. Be very careful. We're being followed by a sea monster.
It's really big. It's probably...
It's the wake of the boat.
Oh,
I will say that bluntly, just to Taya. It's the wake of the boat.
It's probably that whale that you guys ended up beached to when you tried to hook him that one time. He's coming back for revenge. Be nice, friend whale.
Izzy, get a 2-dice stunt reward because I told you that story when we were exchanging text.
Yes, I know.
She slowly slides her hand up over her face, or to rest, covering her face.
Also, Eric, if you want, you can make a perception plus awareness roll. You will have an external penalty of 2.
Okay. External
Or-
penalties means just you subtract 2 from the number of successes.
Correct.
I
So,
believe.
another teachable moment. There are external and internal penalties in Exalted. Internal penalties subtract from the number of dice you roll. External penalties subtract from the number of successes you have already rolled.
Okay.
It is a thing.
Yep.
There are lots of charms that have to do with these things. Okay.
Don't really have any good charms, so let's just roll 7 dice. Nope, 0 successes.
Okay, but not a botch.
Not a bunch.
I'm getting all the
Okay.
botches tonight.
Okay. Nobody picks up anything. Picks up on anything.
Oh
And
joy.
the boat continues on. Until about 20 minutes later. Is everybody still kind of up and about at that point?
I'm still trying to catch this fucking whale.
How many of their... they probably stop you after the 3rd net.
We're cutting you off.
Oh, screw that. I don't need this. I'm tying a rope around my waist and gonna go punch the thing like they told me about that monk walking on the water.
Are you letting anybody stop you?
Am I letting it? Are people trying to stop me?
They're probably
Yes.
trying to convince you not to.
Oh god, this is probably a conviction roll. Damn it! Hold on.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Let's do that.
So if I fail, that means they've convinced me, right?
Yeah, we can go with that.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's a lot. That's a lot of successes. I am convinced that I need to go punch this whale in the face. Everybody on this boat.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go with you're a shinobi and they're not. Some of them try and get into your way, and then you just kind of end up jumping in because they're not actually stopping you, but they just keep trying to get you to not do it.
Yeah, no, I dodge around them while dropping into a martial arts stance, and then spring myself up to the mast, and then torpedo launch myself into the wake of the boat, which is clearly a whale out for blood.
That would be a
He's already trying. I'm punching the water wash. What do I?
I know.
roll for
I'm
that?
saying that would be a 2-die if there was anything to hit.
You hit the water very well.
Yes.
I swan dive that shit.
Okay.
So you probably then hear me say, "Fred, I don't remember how to swim."
It's fine. You're already tethered to the boat.
How fast is the boat going?
I mean, the water's going in the other direction.
Oh, so I'm.
Yeah, you guys are
I'm-
sailing upstream.
so I'm water skiing, is what you're telling me.
Well, I mean, no, you're getting dragged. They're not going that far.
Damn.
They're not going that fast. That said, I think this is the perfect moment, given the botch and all the other perception failures. You all kind of jump as Izzy is trying to remember how to swim, as you hear just kind of echoing from up the river. Mortals! Cease the progress of your vessel.
Oh, joy. I go to the front of the ship.
Yeah, probably a lot of people run to the
Prepare
front.
a tribute before being allowed passage further up my river.
Looking around at the front, what am I seeing?
So it seems to be coming from a little bit around the next bend, but you can see something almost kind of waving like a snake moves, like the tip of a tail like that, just kind of whipping back and forth very slowly on the surface of the water ahead.
Some kind of water spirit, or
That's my theory.
Wash. There aren't really any non-spirity monsters that talk, are there?
I mean, there's your clan.
Well, okay, yeah, but the ones that don't turn into people.
They are like you have never heard of any.
Okay, so I mean,
If you want, you can do int plus occult, or lore.
yeah, I'm definitely good at these things.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Water spirit sounds like a good guess to me, but yeah. What do we do? Do we give it some kind of?
Let's negotiate with it. If it wants tribute, we need to figure out what tribute it wants.
Yeah, I'll take the lead here.
Well, in the meantime, the captain is looking at you, Yuki, for direction. The boat is still going, although he's slowed it a little bit, waiting for your response.
I would say keep going slow. I would say that keep going slowly is the correct action. Make it clear that we are slowed down, but that we are approaching to give tribute, whatever that tribute is.
So Aya is going to get up onto the bow, the front of the ship. I guess. And bring her hands up to her face like a loudspeaker, whatever, and shout out at the spirit off in the distance, or presumed spirit.
Mhm.
Um, you know, what sort of offering would please you, O Lord of the River? How can we stay your might? I guess she's trying to suck up to him a little.
No, I got you.
Actually, I can use first meeting attitude.
Oh yeah, that works.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my essence, so call me? I don't know.
Okay. I have to formulate the correct response. Also, as a heads up, if we start combat, I'm going to end us a little ahead of schedule just so that we do the combat briefing next time.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way we'd resolve this in like 30 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, it can be up to an hour, but we'll see. Offer me that which is precious to you. My followers need jade and damn it, and the finest of sustenance. Render them unto me, and you may pass with my blessing.
Alright, so Aya turns to Yuki and just says, like, okay, this thing needs to die.
I'm glad you're on the same page as me. I'm glad you're on the same page as me.
You hear Tomo probably gargling from getting slowly drowned behind the boat.
Alright,
Somebody haul him back up onto the boat.
yeah, we order them back to haul them back.
Okay.
Yeah, no way we're giving up the valuables. They're mine.
So, are you directing the men to slow down the ship so you guys can plan, or pull in Izzy?
Pull an Izzy.
Okay, so you guys are going to have a relatively short amount of time to actually plan what your approach is.
Yeah, at the very least, I think we'll try and fake like we're gathering supplies.
Yep.
At least so it doesn't attack us as we're getting closer.
Yep.
Okay.
And I would call back if I had to and just say like, yes, of course,
Taco, because of your previous talk, because we talked previously about you gathering information on the river, make a wits plus bureaucracy roll to see if you can pull up the plans for this part of the river and kind of figure out what's around the corner. Everybody else, Izzy, you can make a wits plus awareness roll at a external penalty of 3.
2.
That's being a little nice. Okay, 2. Yeah, you're kind of frantically going through your notes. There seems to be a beach around the corner, but that's all you can really get. No mention of any water spirits in this area. Different areas with state stipended offerings, but not around here. Yeah. So, and Eric, what do you want to? Also, everybody will basically have there will still be a join battle roll, but if anybody wants to throw up scene longs, you will have the opportunity to take basically 5 ticks worth of actions, or one setup action everybody before the actual fighting and such starts.
Mm-hmm.
I got 2 successes on that roll, Wash, by the way.
2?
Yeah.
Okay. This is as the boat is still kind of going forward, and you guys are getting a better look around the corner now. There seems to be a snake-like spirit, almost somewhere between a snake and a dragon, kind of gyrating up out of the water near a beach, upon which 5 people in what look like blue ceremonial, almost religious garments are waiting respectfully with their hands folded in front of them.
They seem friendly.
Does it look like they're gonna let us make landfall? Or is like the
It looks
You
kind
said
of like
you-
that's what they're expecting. That is the clear implication.
okay? Otherwise, I was gonna say I would like spend my pre-action trying to convince them to let us do so, but if they're just gonna let us, then yeah. I'm not sure what else I can do other than, as you said, like throw up a scene long, but we'll worry about that when we do combat.
Yeah. Well, that you guys have the time to throw up scene longs, assuming you want to attack them from the. If you want to take any other course of action, we can play through that now.
I would attempt to negotiate our traversal without needing to pay. I would attempt that very briefly,
Okay.
but I imagine that that's not going to work. Oh, great river of spirits. We are but humble travelers. We do not have jade with which to offer, nor do we have much food. However, we are traveling to a place that does. Perhaps we could, on our return, bring those to you for payment.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I was typing a thing.
Hey.
I was typing a mechanics answer, so I missed some of that. Sorry, one more time. Say that again.
The long and the short of it was, we are simple travelers. We don't have jade to offer, and we have only enough food to satisfy ourselves. However, we are traveling to a place that is known for its trade, and that we might be able to acquire jade from there, and that we would be willing to offer its gifts on our return trip. No, we're not. No, we're not.
I know. That is definitely manipulation plus. I cannot decide between performance or socialize. Which one is traditionally lying?
I believe socialize. I mean, you could spin it as performance if, like, he stunted it that way, but
Yeah.
not in this case.
Yeah. So roll me manipulation plus socialize. You can get a 1 dot
Okay.
boost.
So that is 8 dice. That is 5 successes, I believe. Yes, 5. There's a 10 in there.
Pretty good.
10 successes?
Yes. 5.
Okay.
Yes. 10 successes. Yes. No, 5.
Okay, and let's see what their
And Wash, as it's going on, I kind of just want to scurry up to the crow's nest, look out there, and just kind of like feel the breeze on my face.
Okay. Let's see. Perception plus. So, I've realized that I haven't figured out the correct counter roll to bluffs. Because even though it's probably MDV, I like doing these as counter rolls.
Yeah, I think.
It's definitely perception plus something.
I think it's investigation or socialize.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's going to be.
It's either or. I think you could actually choose, but yeah.
So you said you got 5 successes?
Yes.
Okay. Real world dice. Oh my god, they beat you by 1.
No!
Oh shit, they know we're lying.
Our full blessing. Sorry, my full blessing. They did not stutter. I did. My full blessing will only be given as will the safety and sanctity of your lives if payment is rendered in full upon entry into my room. And what did you get, Izzy?
4, which
4?
is more than enough.
Yeah.
...
Yeah, I'm answering Izzy. This will inform a lot of things.
Okay.
Yeah, I have one thing I'd like to do as well.
I spent mine attempting to avoid combat. It did not succeed.
Yeah, I want to get into combat, so yeah.
I
You do?
How dare it ask for our valuables?
Oh yes, Izzy, you in fact called that.
Oh, okay, cool. Hello, friends on the beach. That's a really cool dragon thing you've conjured up. Can you show me how to do that, please?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Alright, so this is normally where join battle would be rolled, I think.
Also, tell your friends in the bushes to come on out as well.
Oh my god.
Well,
Also, Yuki, why do you smell so funny? Did you bathe today?
We're on a boat. None of us have bathed.
I will say, if Izzy spotted people in the bushes, that's good. That I think it gives them -2 successes on their stealth for us to spot them.
Oh yeah.
I'm probably pointing at the bushes where they're hiding, too.
Yeah.
Okay. Is everybody okay with stopping here or around here for tonight?
The
Yes.
one last
Whatever you're doing.
last thing that I was going to do, as part of my prep was, in sensing that there is going to be a combat, especially since she kind of wants it to happen at this point. I will, like hide, wherever she can on the boat. I guess kind of,
Yep.
against the mast, or where does the wheel goes? I don't know.
That normally
head of
goes,
the boat?
That's
no,
normally in the back.
Yeah, it's in the aft, above the cabin normally.
Yeah, and I'm just saying anywhere she can get cover from shore.
Although it's closer to the middle in this, because fishing boats, it's generally in the middle, so the back can be used for pulling and trawling nets.
Yeah, and she takes a bit of a wide set stance, and begins to undergo some changes as the bones in her arm seem to crunch and twist around. Her legs narrow and take on a bit of a tougher appearance. Her hair begins to mat together and form into feathers. And all at once, feathers explode down along her arms, forming large wings. Until you see... Let me give you the full picture.
I haven't seen this yet. Cool.
I can't put it directly in...
Oh, is it too big?
Well, I can't put it directly in chat. I can put it in Discord. Let me...
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that's fun.
Team Iron. There we go. Upload.
Neat!
Nice.
You're the dude from My Hero Academia.
I mean, similar, I guess. I mean, I don't have a bird head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have I ever seen you do this? I don't think I have.
No, we haven't been in combat.
Yeah. So again, the session proper is over at this point.
Yeah.
because next time we are going through the combat devo, which will all be mechanics, and I wanted everybody to get a handle on their character's personality first and foremost, and some of the things. So we're going to do the Nick thing because I love it so, although I've expanded upon it somewhat. Everybody remembers the question and what did you learn? I have a slight variation upon it of which I have developed. When I call your name, please tell me one or two of the following: something you learned this session, something you learned about another party member specifically, something you want to know and are very curious about.
So just one of the three of those?
One or two. Either way, it's more interesting than just what did I learn. And the what do I want to know is very useful to me as a GM. So, let's see. Starting with Eric, you're 1 and 2, Izzy, you're 3 and 4, Taco, you're 5 and 6.
I think that was Yuki. What?
Yes.
Or did I get that mixed up?
That's me.
Okay,
What do I want to learn? I kind of am curious about what the deal with what the deal with Aya's family situation is, because I was given just the briefest smidgen of it, and it's clearly a touchy subject. But I don't want to really finding out. And something that I learned, Tomo has a talent for pushing a button, and that button does not like being pushed. Always. Note to self, keep him away.
That's going to be really tricky considering we're in the same party.
Also, as a quick note, you can't gain limit from your normal condition of gaining limit more than once per scene.
Yep.
You were real close to having it done twice, Izzy, but I decided against it. Just because I want it to build a little bit more once everybody knows what they're kind of doing.
Sorry, Taco.
No, it's fine.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
Oh
All
dear.
right. In that case, Izzy, you are odds. Eric, you are evens.
Okay, so let's see. Well, I made so many new friends today. Like there's this entire boat of people. They're teaching me all this fun things, and they're really good singers. But this new, I don't think she's a friend yet, but she's getting there. Like she seems a little pretty at times, but like I think I was kind of helpful to her. That one time I went down into the hole, but I'm not sure if it led to anything. So I guess that's the starting of a very good basis on friendship. And then friend Aya is just. I didn't know she could turn into a bird. That's really cool. Can everybody turn into a bird? Is that something I can do? I wonder if I can turn into a bird. Also, illusions. Like, is that a thing people can just do? Because that should be something I could, look into. That seems kind of awesome. That's
also, Izzy, I find it hilarious that your character is kind of unintentionally, but you have made a writing trope on TV. The character that has amnesia or is out of time, so can just blurt out questions about the universe so that I can answer everybody without having to break exposit or break credulity.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay.
So, all right. Let's see what I learned. Primarily, she's learning about Yuki and kind of like where her. I didn't quite want to recycle what Izzy said, but where her buttons lie, where her his talents lie, and she's just Aya is getting a better handle on how she might be able to use Yuki. And there's probably a likewise there with Yuki figuring out Aya, I'm sure.
Okay. Cool.
And for the other one was what I'd like to know more about is certainly Tomo, because he continues to surprise me at every turn with new talents. I mean, I understand, he has amnesia, but
I don't think Taco realized that during this section.
No, I didn't. Like, I know it out of character, but no.
Oh yeah,
character.
it's great.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I didn't feel the need to mention it. It's just kind of like, yeah, he's that way. But like pulling out your amazing performing abilities, it's like, what else can he do? And of course, there's tons of curiosity down that route of like, where are you from, etc., etc. But for another day.
Indeed.
Yep.
Okay. We will also quickly do the vote. The way we are doing this is everybody type in, but do not answer, the name of who you wish to vote for, and then I will do the count, and when I say 3, everybody will enter at the same time.
What are we voting for specifically?
Whatever you want. It can be helped the most in the session, you had the most fun role-playing with, it can be did the most damage, it can be made you smile, whatever you want. In the future, I will do 2 or no.
No. Aggressively no.
Alright. Who do
Eric
I
lose in essence.
No!
Where did you type?
In Roll20.
He didn't type in.
No. Just do it in Iron.
No.
It's not just an XP, that's an entire essence.
No, I'm just going to institute a rule. If anybody wants to vote for Frank, they can. You're just going to lose an XP for the session.
Alright.
It is important to know that ahead of time.
Actually, Wash, I never did name any of my friends in the village.
No.
No.
Alright, I'm ready to vote.
So am I.
Again, everybody type it into the Team Iron chat and hit enter when I count down.
Oh, in Team Iron.
Yeah, not general.
Okay.
Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, make some noise!
Wait, no. I didn't mean Frankton, I meant Taco. They rhyme.
Alright, you know what? Okay.
So I got 2.
Yes, so here's what happens. You guys are all going to get 2 XP base, plus 1 for answering the question, and Taco gets an extra 1.
Okay, so I have 4.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Neat.
In the future, when the groups meet, I'll be doing 2 or 3 questions per session.
Yep.
But right now we're starting small. So, some things. Are we still recording?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you can tell me to stop if you want.
Yeah, killing it here is good. This is just me critiquing my own performance.
Okay.
Right.
Goodbye, everyone.